Charles Bass, a wealthy oil tycoon, is a despicable man. He cheats, lies, and bribes his way through problems so that he can line his pockets and achieve his goal of being in charge of the biggest oil company of the world. Whenever there is a problem in his company, he will do whatever possible to cover up the mishap and put the issue in the past. Oftentimes, he has hired people to cover up scandals and hide information. His wrongdoings are slowly causing increasing damage to the environment. Oil spills have been ignored, safety procedures bypassed, and staff horribly untrained. All these issues contribute to major problems with the environment and great potential for even worse to come. How can a man this sniveling be allowed to make decisions and control society with such an iron grip?
Sir, we have a bit of a situation. One of our oil tankers spilled in waters near Canada. We might have to bend some rules here.
Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to bribe Jerry and I want you to bribe Tom. We need to make sure that this spill does not get word to the EPA, and we have to make sure that that our company is safe in this scenario. We can't lose any money from that oil, and try to find out what kind of public statement we need to issue to make it look like we care.
Of course.
You're dismissed.
Sir, we have an issue. You remember that oil tanker in Canada that spilled?
Yeah.
So the FBI are barking up a tree about it. I think they're onto us, sir.
You're kidding me. Not today.
Well, what should I do?
Okay, get me on the phone with the FBI director. Maybe I can talk to him about this. And remember, in the media, we had no involvement. Make sure you find out what happened with James and Tim. I paid them a lot of money to make sure that this shouldn't have happened. And that oil, what is the status of that?
I think we have just let it spread. We're not trying.
Has there been any cleanup effort at all?
No.
Good. Now make sure that we dump extra water in there so it dilutes the oil so people can't tell as much that there is water, because water is obviously cheaper than oil. Secondly, didn't I say to get me on the phone with the FBI director?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Thank you. I'll be done with this call and then you can report back to me after that.
Okay.
Hey, James. So, what's with this investigation that I'm hearing about into our oil tanker? Yeah. We paid a lot of money to make sure that this shouldn't happen. And as you know, we had no involvement in that anyways. That was a freak accident. And there wasn't much oil spilled anyways. So let's just call this one even, alright? Alright, that sounds good. Thank you. Good. Now that that's resolved, I need you to get us another oil tanker out there immediately. We can't stop shipping supplies to Canada. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And what's the status on getting that oil tanker repaired? Would it be cheaper to get it repaired, or should we just let it go?
I think we should just let it go, sir.
Good. And where are we dropping it?
We can drop it in the Arctic.
Okay, that's a good idea. Thank you. You're dismissed.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Sir, we have another issue.
What is it now?
Some divers in the Arctic found the ship that we let go.
Okay, and these divers are?
They're part of some research team doing some environmental study.
Okay, well, let's see. How should we fix this? Okay, so can you get me the name and institution of those divers? I'll make sure that a generous donation happens to be put in their name. Okay, and with that tanker, let's just, how much does it cost for a submarine?
Probably at least more than $1 million.
Okay, that's a pretty good investment. Get a submarine down there so we can get that moved about 200 miles west of there. That way no one will ever find it. Anything else that you need?
That's it.
Okay, thank you. You're dismissed.
Alright.
Okay, sir, so these are the plans for our new oil rig. You just need to sign them.
Alright.
Okay, and the EPA also needs to approve them. However, they won't most likely because it's too environmentally damaging for them.
Alright, so let's see. If you change this word here and this word here, then that'll help you with passing those two pesky little bills, like the Clean Water Act, whatever. And here's the number that you'll use. Call this number. They can help you get past the director of the EPA. Anything else?
No, sir, thank you. Thank you very much.
Wake up, wake up!
Who are you?
I am the ghost of environments past. You, Mr. Bass, you have failed this city and the world. It is my job to show and elaborate your sins. Let's go.
Look at the beautiful trees, the beautiful flowers, the beautiful sun. Look at these amazing little pretty flowers. Take a smell.
It smells nice, I guess.
All of these microorganisms living underneath our feet, all the animals frolicking in harmony. How do you live with yourself when you kill all of this beautiful nature to line your pockets?
It's easy. I line my pockets.
Yes, you may get rich, but the world gets poor. You eliminate all of the rich biodiversity in this planet, all of the natural wealth that has been here for thousands and thousands of years before us.
I mean, who cares though? It's just the environment.
When you
That
kill
flower's dead.
When you kill the environment, you kill our futures. You kill the futures of that little cat over there. You kill the futures of the bear in Yosemite. How does this work for you?
So you're telling me that by just digging up a little oil, making a couple million, like, I'm killing everything.
You see all of this brown grass? This is your doing. This is because of people like you who harvest the spoils of the earth without leaving anything in return.
But, like, these trees are still green. Like, look, this leaf is fine.
Now it's not. You just ripped it off its tree.
Who are you?
I am the ghost of environment's present. I am here to show you your wrongdoings. Mr. Bass, I am here because you have sinned. We're leaving now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to ESN World News Tonight. I'm Randy, and tonight we have breaking news regarding a major shift in U.S. environmental policy. So today, President Trump announced that the U.S. will be withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement, which ends our one-year commitment to the international treaty. The only other nations that are not abiding by this treaty are Syria and Nicaragua.
Look what you have done. There's people like Trump, people like you that undo everything we've been doing for the environment for the past hundreds of years. All the acts and all the laws that we've passed to protect the environment have been going to waste. The environment is so beautiful, we need to protect it. All the species and organisms, and people like you and me, we need to save them.
But, like, it's just the environment. Who cares?
We're part of the environment. You and me, humans, we're species too. If the other species are dying, so are we.
But, like, let the species die. All I care is about protecting me and making some money,
How are we gonna live while the other species are dead?
But, I mean, I still see birds outside. Why do I care? Why is this important? Who cares?
Eventually, over hundreds of years, our species is going to be extinct due to the causes that we need to the environment.
I don't know. I just don't get why you think that the environment is so important. All I see is the President of the United States made a very educated decision to leave this accord. And by doing that, now I can make more money.
How will you be making money if you are dead? Take a look at the evidence all around us. We are in the technological revolution.
People like President Donald Trump and you yourself are destroying the environment and wasting its precious, limited resources. We need to preserve these resources and our environments to help save our future generations and world. It's not too late to save our world if we start conserving and protecting our environment and resources. We can live in a better, more sustainable future, but if not, tomorrow you will be visited by the ghost of environment's future. The environment and technology work together because many modern-day appliances and technologies consist of parts that come from the environment. Look around us. The TVs, for example, consist of glass, plastic, copper for the wires, and many other parts. Plastic comes from oil, which is part of your job. Oil is a non-renewable resource which takes millions upon millions of years to create, which is why we need to use it sustainably. The way that you and many others are using oil is like throwing it away in the trash.
Wake up, wake up!
What? Who are you?
I am the ghost of environment's future. Mr. Bass, you have sinned greatly, and I am here to show you what the future of this world holds. Let's go. Look at this place. Look at this abandoned lot. People are being forced out of their homes because of your work. Because of your oil mining activities, people are being forced out of their homes because of polluted water. You're also taking away from animals, plants, and other living organisms. Here, let me show you. Oil and gas, while both making up major proportions of global fuels, can be a dirty business. Drilling projects disrupt wildlife, water sources, human health, recreation, and other purposes for which public lands were set aside for. As the industry continues to creep closer and closer to pristine wilderness areas and national parks, there are a score of environmental threats presented by oil and gas drilling. Biological systems are incredibly complex and can fall victim to serious ecological consequences when disturbed by human activity. Increased vehicle traffic at oil drilling sites contributes significantly to noise pollution in wildlands. Construction activities associated with oil and gas drilling leave behind radical impacts to the landscape. Well pad and road construction require the use of heavy equipment such as bulldozers, road graders, and gravel trucks. Development of oil and gas complexes strip the environment of vegetation, increase erosion, which could lead to landslides and flooding, and the opportunity for weed infestation. Disturbing the ground's surface, serious fragmentation can occur in wildlife habitats. Now that you've seen the past and the present, let me show you the future of your world. Look at this damaged aquatic community. Once a flourishing spot of nature, now turned to ruin because of your pollution. Just touch the water, and you'll see the damage that you caused. I'm not touching that. That's disgusting. Of course it's disgusting. Look at all this turbidity that seeps in the water today. Photosynthesis can be carried out by aquatic plants. Look at all the plastics and tissue papers that have been thrown inside. This community has been completely damaged. I don't do this. I don't dump these plastic bottles here. Look at all these various pollutants in the water. Can't you see the plastics and the papers from point and non-point sources, from factories and pedestrians passing by? Look at all this damage you caused. It's irreversible at this point. But it's not even my fault. I didn't do any of it. All I do is dig up some oil. Let me take you someplace else and show you. Look at this. Look at all these feathers from birds that are molting because of global warming and pollution, because of your actions. But you still haven't told me how this is because of me. I just mine oil. Like, what does this have to do with me? Well, you mining oil adds greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, and on top of that, various oil spills and other adverse effects can cause damage to the living things that inhabit this environment.
So what you're telling me is that by mining oil and all of those spills that I've covered up, I'm actually causing the death of all these creatures?
Yes, indirectly, you're having multiple effects on this entire ecosystem.
But I didn't mean to do that. All I wanted to do was make some money.
You can't make money by taking advantage of nature.
But then what do I do? How am I supposed to mine oil and still make money, but still protect the environment?
You've seen the past, you've seen the present, and now I've shown you the future. As you've been learning on your journey, you've been seeing all the different effects that your pollution has caused on the planet. If you still don't know what all this means, I think it's time for us to show you. Now, Mr. Bass, you have seen the environments of the
Past.
Present.
and future. Do you repent your sinful ways?
Yes! I repent! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! I didn't mean to kill all those people! Those people from their homes! How was I supposed to know that drilling oil would do that? How was I supposed to know that it was causing climate change? The birds are dying. The trees. The beautiful trees.
You have sinned.
The trees. I'm so sorry. I promise I will make a political statement. I will say that Donald Trump should go back in the Paris Accord. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I will try to find new renewable sources of energy. I will stop my drilling of oil. I will only use my money for good. I promise. No more profit mongering. No more oil drilling. I will save the planet. Is that okay? Just please help me. How can I do this? How? How?
Sir, it looks like we have another situation.
What is it this time?
One of our oil tankers has run aground in the Gulf.
Again?
Yes, again.
Okay, so what I want you to do is immediately report this to the EPA.
Really?
And then second, I need you to get some experts out there to see the kind of environmental damage that could be done. Third, I need you guys to find a cleaning team and get that started to cleaning up as well. And fourth, pull that oil tanker out of there. We need to get that thing off of the water so it can stop spilling oil.
But this will cost our company millions. Don't we have those connections?
Those connections destroy the environment. It's important that we protect it so we can protect this biodiversity and help protect the waters of that area.
I understand, sir. I just wish there was a different way we could do things.
If you have a problem with it, you're welcome to leave.
I'll do what I can, sir.
Bye-bye.
Sir, we have another issue.
What is it?
The recovery efforts to try to improve the oil spill has exceeded way more than we expected.
Okay, and?
I think we should try to cover it up or sink the ship.
We will not be doing that. Any money that is required to fix that oil spill and repair the environment in that area, we will give it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What has the EPA said about this incident? What resources are they providing us as well? Talk to them again and maybe they can get us some more resources if we need it. Second, there are other methods that you can try to find that are more cost effective. Do some research into that and then maybe you can find something there. What about the families that were affected by the oil spill?
The families that have been affected, we all moved them to a different city. We gave them proper sheltering and supplies.
Good. Now make sure that we can get their current city back and running as soon as possible.
Alright, yes sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
we need to get them back into their natural habitat, or natural environment as
Yes,
much
sir.
as we can. Good. You're dismissed.
Thank you.
Swish, swish, bish. Another one in the basket. Can't touch this. Another one in the casket. Let's go. Swish, swish, bish. Another one in the basket.
2, 1, go.
Ready? You said go.
1, go.
You're also taking away from organisms, plants, and other living animals.
This is what's happening to the world because of you. The actions that you guys have been doing have been ruining the world for hundreds of years.
Can't we just make more?
These are non-renewable resources. Dude, it's okay.
Give me more checks. My life is a movie, I'm never offset. Me and my amigos, no, not offset. Swish, swish, I got them upset. But my